Hi everyone, I'm Katherine Griffin, and I want to introduce you to my brand new, let's hope, best-selling book, Peignoirs and Pancakes, The Savvy Lady's Guide to Elegance, Etiquette, Sizzling Romance, and Marriage at Any Age. This has been a really blissful journey. You know, when I got married 3 years ago, my husband and I were 68 years young. That's right. And we met online, and so many of our friends from both New Jersey, where Michael was from, and Virginia, where we are now, they want to know, how did this happen? How do you meet these days? There's just no one out there. Well, ladies, there are. There are gentlemen out there, and they're looking for you. I promise. Well, we met online, and so many people ask me, and both of us, how do you meet people? This is so exciting. We had a lovely wedding, and all our friends came. So this book is 3 years in the making, and I want to tell you that it's for every age group of ladies of legal age looking to marry. And, I get a lot of young people's questions. They'll say things like, well, I'm in college now, or I'm in grad school, and I can barely afford a cup of coffee. How am I supposed to be elegant and take the ladies out? Well, ladies, proper ladies looking for gentlemen, they understand that circumstances change, don't they? So what we want to remember, one thing that I point out in the book is that we look at a man's character much more and much more closely than we look at his present coinage. Character versus coinage. Things do change. And you might remember Mary Todd. She fell in love with a fellow named Abraham. They became married, and she saw a diamond in the rough, didn't she? Mary Todd Lincoln. That's right. So a lot of things I'm writing about for people of all ages is this. People say so many times, I have some objections here because, number one, I can't find anyone. And then they'll say also, well, I'm fine on my own. I'm fine. I don't need anyone. You are fine. That's so true. But you might want to meet someone who's also fine on his own and wants to take this joyful journey with you. So no matter what age you are, there are lots of little hints in the book that help you do things like entering a room properly. This is important in all circumstances, wherever we go, isn't it? You may be walking into something at a student center. You might be going to a dance or a museum, maybe a social hall, a coffee hour after Mass, or a religious service. So you walk into a room, maybe you're alone and you don't know what to do. There are ways to enter a room, and I write down and let you know the secrets of all the ways to enter the room in the proper way and then the improper way. And one of the things I come across is people will say, sometimes I feel like I'm walking on eggshells. Well, ladies, whenever anyone in any situation makes you feel as if you're walking on eggshells and you can't be yourself, it's time to get out those flamenco shoes and dance, because you shouldn't ever feel that way. You can be your best self, that's fine, but be your real, true best self. I think a lot of people, they misunderstand playing hard to get, and they kind of end up appearing hard to want. So we don't want to do that, do we? We want to welcome joy and bliss and romance and elegance into our lives, don't we? There's many ways to do that, and you can be yourself. You don't have to play games or make up stories. Just be yourself. And the person who is very much like you is going to show up. So you want to know how to act and react, don't you? I was in the theater for over 65 years, and I will tell you one secret right now in this book is don't audition. Stop auditioning for dates. I've been in the theater a long time, and I know that there's very big difference between real life and being on the stage. You don't want to mix those up. Yes, you can have mystery, you can have fun, and you're not always available. We know that. But sometimes being an empathetic, listening heart and a listening ear, that's nice. This is a rather cruel world sometimes, isn't it? So we're all looking for a little kindness. And, through my video YouTube channel, Thoughts Under the Canopy, I always like to remind people that if you're going through a joyful time, that's something that's meant to be shared. So if you hear about a closet for women that are going out into the work field, they need proper clothes. If you have a church pantry, you want to help those. You want to go out and help the food banks. So whatever circumstances you are in, you can always help someone, can't you? And you'll remember the time that you were helped. And I'll give you one more hint because this is a short video, but there are many things that we used to have back in the day that we've forgotten. And in Peignoirs and Pancakes, one of the things you'll hear about is an old-fashioned receiving line. Now, this could go for if you're a young person, a teenager walking into a dance, or you're a college student and you're going to a big event, and maybe you walk into the room and you don't know anybody. So a receiving line in the old days, you would ask someone, a really close friend or a couple, to stand at the door and welcome people. You see, manners and etiquette are not always just about what fork and knife that we use. Oh, no. No, it's about welcoming people and making them feel comfortable. So if you're walking into a room, wouldn't it be nice if you're entering that room and someone greets you? And this used to be the way that people did things. If they had a party at their house, or you could be going to a very grand affair, and someone would have a few people at the front door, and they would say, Sally and Bob, you must meet the Smiths over here. Do you know that they're writers too? Or there might be something else they have in common with this couple entering. And so they get them right over there to feel comfortable, instead of just wandering into a house or a party, a student center or something. We need to know how to navigate ourselves in the world and be comfortable. And as I said, kindness is something we don't see. And we want to have a sense of elegance and etiquette, don't we? To be welcoming to people. And also, I think it's very important to remember that everyone's experience is different. And where they are right now, be patient with them, because maybe feel that you can see how they might do in the future. Treat a person as if you think of them in the next few years and all the things they're going to accomplish. Because writers start out struggling, and people in any career, they have to go through a lot, don't they? And we all have friends who are just now working towards degrees, and God bless you all, and all the parents and grandparents who are out there helping the young people. So in a way, you can be youthful at any age if you have the right attitude. I hope that Peignoirs and Pancakes will be the new criterion, not only for dating and finding that soulmate you've been looking for, but how we treasure and cherish our friendships, and how we welcome people into our circle. And all people of goodwill who come to us, we want to be charitable, don't we? And let's have some fun. I hope that you'll also like and subscribe to my channel. I'd love to hear your comments. Many of you have given me some questions, and I'll be posting those. So remember, Peignoirs and Pancakes, the Savvy Lady's Guide to Elegance, Etiquette, Sizzling Romance, and Marriage at any age. God bless you, and I hope to come maybe back weekly to talk to you. Let me know how you're doing, will you? Love. Bye for now.